with Terminix, the leader in pest protection for almost 100 years. We don't just hit home runs against termites. Since 1927, Terminix has defended homes and businesses nationwide from all kinds of pest curveballs. Trust Terminix to protect what matters most. Visit Terminix.com/Marlins to learn more. Because no one strikes out termites and pests like Terminix.
Visit Mikasuki Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Mikasuki Casino and Resort online at mikasuki.com.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
ADT is the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. ADT knows every second counts, especially in baseball. 1 second you're down, the next you're on top again. 1 second the bases are loaded, the next everyone's home safe. And when it comes to your home, 1 second you feel safe, and the next something goes wrong. But with ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring, you still do. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com/Marlins or call 800-750-0647 today. For license information, visit ADT.com.
Thanks for listening to Miami Marlins Baseball. Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins. And Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. With the 10th Inning Show, here's the voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
Well, the Marlins fall to the hosting Atlanta Braves 8-6 on Thursday evening to kick off 5 games in 4 days in Atlanta for the Fish. The Marlins jumped out to a big lead after a 5-run top of the second, but ultimately it was the consistent comeback effort from the Atlanta Braves that proved to be the decisive blow in this one. Drake Baldwin was certainly the star of the show. He drove in 5 of Atlanta's 8 runs. Again, 8-6, the final score. The Braves get the win over the Marlins. This was a legit day for Yuri Perez until things really fell by the wayside for Yuri in the 6th. Yuri Perez, the final line on him, 5 1/3, 5 earned runs. He struck out just 1, walked 2. He allowed 3 homers, including a 3-run home run to Drake Baldwin in the 6th. But this guy was on cruise control after back-to-back homers from Atlanta in the 1st. But then he ran into the wrong guy. There's a reason Drake Baldwin is one of the favorites to win the National League Rookie of the Year alongside our guy, Augustin Ramirez. It was a tough one for the Marlins, and there were some miscues at the end that ultimately cost the Fish this one, but a chance to bounce back in 24 hours right here at Truist Park in Atlanta. When we come back, we'll give you a run through the highlights here. 10th Inning Show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
With Robin.
So the Astro defense after this pitch. 0-1. Lopez rips one up the gut. That is through for a base hit. Stowers getting the run around. He will score, and that ties the ball game. Throw goes to third to keep Hicks at second. Otto Lopez makes it back-to-back RBI singles, and all of a sudden we're tied at 2 in the bottom of the first. Here's the classic answer back inning for the Fish. He was pulled. Reliever came on to get the final out. Hernandez hits one high in the air and deep. Out to left. Sanchez is back at the track. He leaps up, and it's gone. Big Bert, homer number 6. Heriberto Hernandez with a solo blast, and it's 5-2 Fish in the bottom of the third. By 2. 2-1 pitch. Paulie drills high in the air, out to right. Smith is back at the track, and it's gone. Into the Astro bullpen, Graham Paulie with homer number 2 as a Miami Marlin. And now the Fish right back to doubling up the Astros. It's 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Graham Pauly here, second home run of the season. Your team finishes off a 4-2 homestand. Why was this game really important before we head out for a three-city trip?
Yeah, you know, we first series swept the Yankees, which is always great, and then we wanted to come out of here with at least a win at home. You know, we 4-2 is a lot better than 3-3. I don't know, we put a lot of stuff together. We just wanted to keep being the same team that we've always been. So really not a lot changed, but today I think we were just focused and put everything together. So,
what did you see offensively against Spencer Arrighetti?
Yeah, he's got a good fastball and really good breaking balls. I think today we did a better job of like keyholing him in a way. Didn't really chase him a whole ton. I think that's why we kind of just singled him to death. Not a whole lot of slug, but you know we put a lot of good ABs together. So
we did get some slug. We got your home run against Hector Neris. What'd you see on the pitch?
Yeah, he's a guy. You know, he's got a good right heater, a good splitter.
Let's run you through the highlights of this one. The Marlins fall to the Atlanta Braves 8-6 on Thursday night in Atlanta. And Atlanta opened scoring in the first against Yuri Perez. This guy had been the best pitcher in baseball in the month of July. And oh, by the way, his first start in August, he went 6 innings of 2 hits shutout ball against the New York Yankees. But here in the series opener against Atlanta, it was a rookie catcher, Drake Baldwin, that jumped on him first. 1-1. That one hit well, high in the air, right center field. Johnston back on the track, at the wall. He's looking up, and it's gone. Just to the left of the chop house, the rookie Drake Baldwin with 12 homers on the year. He drills it to right center field, and it got 2 rows deep over that high brick wall in right center. 2-out homer in the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 Atlanta. And then an old friend made it back-to-back jacks against Yuri Perez. This was off the bat of Marcell Ozuna. The solo homer is 1-1. Ozuna drills that one high in the sky, out to left. Stowers is back at the track. He's looking up, and it's into the Marlins bullpen and gone. Marcell Ozuna makes it back-to-back blasts against Yuri Perez, his 16th on the year. And the former Marlin doubles up the Atlanta lead. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the first. But the answer back inning continues to be a thing for the Fish. Leadoff walk issued to Liam Hicks in the top of the second, a half inning later. Then a double off the wall from Otto Lopez at 109 miles an hour off the bat. And then the rookie that everybody's talking about, Jacob Marcy. Hit 333, 1-0 pitch. That one looped into shallow left field. Profar coming on. He won't get there. That drops in for a base hit. Hicks going to come in and score. Otto pushes to third, and Jacob Marcy drives in his 4th run at the major league level. This guy's 8 for 17 to open his big league career, and an RBI knock gets the Fish on the board. They trail 2-1 at the top of the second. And the damage continued, this time off the bat of Eric Wagaman. 1-2. That one hit in the air, out to right center. That's deep. That's carrying well. Harris is back at the track. He leaps up. He opens the bullpen door, and that's off the wall. It caroms back into center. Wagaman pushes to third, and 2 runs come in to score. A 2-run triple for Wag Attack, and the answer back inning is complete. 3-2 Fish, still with nobody gone at the top of the second. And they didn't stop there. Graham Pauly, the Atlanta native, he tied a ball on that 5-run second. 3-2. That one hit well. Out to right and deep. Down the line. White on the move. He's looking up. And it's gone. Into the chop house. Graham Pauly. Back-to-back days with a homer. He's got 3 now as a Marlin. And this is a 5-run second. 2-run blast. 5-2 Fish. Still 1 away. Top 2. So that was the 5-run top of the second to give the Fish their 5-2 lead. Couple of defensive highlights that we want to play for you. First, in the second, on a ball to get Ozzie Albies. 3-2. Ornelas rolls one to the backhand of the third baseman, Pauly. He fires up a long throw. It takes Wagaman off the bag, but he fires to third. Albies tripped up between second and third, and the throw gets Albies at third base. He tried slamming on the brakes when Pauly gloved it, but he tried turning it back on to run to third, and his legs gave out from under him. He got up, he tried scurrying towards third base. Runner safe at first, but that'll be 5-3-6. Pauly across the diamond to the first baseman Wagaman, who fires to the covering Lopez as the trail man, and they tag Albies out. There are 2 men gone with a runner at first.
Oh, boy.
Great play by all parties involved. Pauly, then Wagaman, then Lopez, and the same trio combined on a big inning-ending double play in the third. 0-1 pitch. Baldwin lines one on one hop to the third baseman. Pauly could be 2. He throws to the covering shortstop Otto on to first in time for the double play. 5-6-3 into the shifted shortstop Graham Pauly, and that ends the inning. We're through 3. 5-2 Marlins on the Marlins radio network. Marlins tacked on insurance in the fourth thanks to Agustin Ramirez. 1-0 pitch. Augustine lines into right field. That's in on a hop for a base hit. X rounding third. He's coming home. White's throw going to the plate. A little bit offline and just a touch late. And X comes in to score, standing up from second. With 2 men gone, it's an RBI single for Agustin Ramirez. And the Marlins on the board again. It's 6-2 in the top of the fourth. But then the big blow against Yuri Perez. He was on cruise control. He effectively faced the minimum in innings 2, 3, 4, and 5. But in the 6th, a leadoff walk issued to Jurickson Profar. Olsen singled, and then Drake Baldwin got back in on the action. He was on the way from Yuri. That one cracked again. Out to right center and deep. Marcy back at the track, and that into the active bullpen. Drake Baldwin with a 3-run blast. He didn't miss a stitch, 422 feet. And the 3-run homer all of a sudden makes it a 1-run game. It's 6-5 fish in the bottom of the 6th. Baldwin right back to it in the 7th with an RBI single for his 5th RBI of the day. And the first pitch, Baldwin bounces past the dive of the third baseman, Pauly into left for a base hit. They're going to wave Alvarez around. The throw goes to second. Profar just sneaks a foot back in there, but Alvarez scores from second base on the RBI single. It's a 3 hits, 4-5 RBI day for Drake Baldwin, and we're tied at 6 in the bottom of the 7th. Counting is hard sometimes, but unfortunately the go-ahead run for the Braves would come in a hitter later on a batted ball from Marcelo Zuna. Runners dancing. Profar goes. That one a chopping ground ball over to short. Otto charges. He's got it. He tries throwing on the run, and it's not dug out by Wagaman. It gets into the camera well and out of play. Ozuna was near legging it out. Otto had some trouble on the transfer, and he spiked the throw. It got past the pick attempt of the first baseman, Wagaman, and that will plate the go-ahead run. Profar from second base, and Baldwin pushes to third on the air. This will, in all likelihood, be scored
In E6.
in E6, and it's 7-6 Atlanta in the bottom of the 7th. It ended up being a single, but you had the runner come in to score on the throwing error from Lopez. Things could have been a lot worse in that inning, but Xavier Edwards, a hitter later, made a phenomenal defensive play.
Did that. He ended up dirting it.
That one a hot shot, but snared on a line by the diving Xavier Edwards. He dove to the backhand, and X just made a ridiculous play to take a base hit away from Michael Harris. This was insane.
Wow.
111 off the bat of Michael Harris, and X just tumbled to his backhand to catch it. What a play from Edwards, and that's a huge out number 2. That would have plated 2 more runs. Great play from Xavier Edwards to rob Michael Harris of that 111-mile-an-hour lineout. Jonathan Ornelas opened the bottom of the 8th inning with a little swinging bunt single. He pushed to second on a wild pitch. He advanced to third on a ground ball out from Jurickson Profar, and then Cade Gibson unfortunately misfired to give Atlanta some insurance. 1-2 from Gibson to Olsen with a runner at third and 2 men gone. Misses low. That popped off the backstop. It got behind Hicks. It bounced right back into the field of play, and Ornelas comes in to score from third. It was a wild pitch. A spiked breaking ball from Gibson, and that looked like it got right under Hicks. He tried blocking that. It was bounced in front of the plate and in the other batter's box, and Hicks popped up just a little bit. It got right through the 5-hole, bounced off the brick facing of the backstop, and right back over Hicks's head, and Ornelas comes in to score to make it 8-6 Atlanta. And then Raisel Iglesias came on for the top of the 9th. Quick 1-2-3. That was all she wrote on Thursday night. 2-2 from Iglesias. is cut on and missed. He went with the slider, option C. He points towards the sky as the fireworks shoot beyond this jumbotron in center field here in Atlanta. And the Braves come back and get a win in the series opener, the first of 5 in 4 days. Your final score on Thursday night in Atlanta: the Braves 8, the Marlins 6. Totals coming up next on the Marlins. That was how this ball game sounded. When we come back, we'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough. 10th inning show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Hey, it's the good questions. But it's not as easy as the guy that worked for the New York Post.
First pitch to Troy Johnston, ripped into the right field corner. That is a fair ball. It short hops off the wall in the corner. They're going to hold Pauly at third, but Hernandez comes in to score from second. His first plate appearance in Miami. He's good based on the skill set. Kyle Stowers was bad for a month this year after he was amazing for 2 months and amazing for 2 more. Stowers hits one high in the air down the left field line, playable for Dominguez in foul ground. He makes the catch, but Johnston will tag and score from third base. It was in fair territory. If it was in foul ground, Dominguez might have let it drop, but he did make the catch. It plates another
75 and 49 or
49,
yeah.
something crazy.
There's a shot, deep right field. Going back is Bellinger. He looks up, and it is gone. Kyle Stowers has done it again. This time a 3-run shot off the lefty. 6-1 Miami. Marcy looking for his first Major League RBI. Rips one deep to center. Grisham going back, turns back, looking out, backhander, off the glove. It hits the wall. Marcy rounding second. He will get his first Major League RBI and his first Major League triple. 7-3 Miami, the rookie does it again.
Yeah, that's really cool. Obviously, just getting recognized for anything that you do in this game is always really special. I don't take it for granted. Honestly, just kind of more stoked about how we've been playing in all sincerity, and just hope we can keep that going. It feels good to just play winning baseball. What we've done the last couple months, I think, is just kind of take things one day at a time, kind of flush the previous day regardless of whether it was good or bad. And what great teams do is they prepare to win every day. It's not always just about winning, it's preparing to win, and that's what we've done a really good job of, and just kind of responding to the game, and I think that's what we hope to continue to.
10th inning show rolls on. The Marlins fall 8-6 to the hosting Atlanta Braves. Game 1 of a 5-game set in 4 days. We got the doubleheader on Saturday. Let's hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough, after this one.
Good.
Clayton, you guys were up 6-2. Seems like you guys were in control. What did you see late that the game started to shift?
I mean, they certainly got the big 3-run homer in the 6th inning that, got them back close. And then, in the 7th, hit by pitch walk to start the inning, put you in put us in a tough spot. And just know late in games that one thing that comes back to bite you more than anything is the free passes. And we put a couple guys on there to put us in a tough spot there in the 7th. And, unfortunately, it flipped there and, didn't make a play and ended up going down. So, things turned on us. A lot of the things that we've been doing so well for so very long. But again, it's a good reminder that, especially late in games, that pounding the zone and limiting free passes is, your best ticket to giving yourself a shot.
What are some of the frustrating parts about this loss tonight?
I mean, frustrating that had a really, really terrific inning early on to build a lead, and I thought Yuri settled in very nicely. The first inning home run, but then he really, after the 2nd inning, thought he really settled in and got some early outs, got his pitch count back down under control. Was able to get through 5, go out there for the 6th, and again, Baldwin's a good player. Put a good swing on a pitch to get him back in it, and then, I guess the only frustrating part is some things that within your control that we didn't take care of and handle, and that's what cost us tonight.
The answer back inning has been huge for you guys. How crucial has that role played, especially when you get back the lead in that 2nd inning?
Yeah, certainly. You're looking to try to answer when teams, score on you, and on the flip side of that, the ability to shut down opponents when you score. So Yuri's did a really nice job with that after we put the 5 up, and to throw some zeros up there and tack on another one, and then we just at the end there, the last few innings, just didn't mount much of a threat there.
What did you take from Yuri's start in total?
I think in total it was solid. I think it's easy to you look at the line and the couple of homers with some people on, but I think I think he really got into a nice rhythm after kind of the back half of the second inning, and then certainly through the fifth, and he's just going to continuing to trend, and it looks and probably feels worse with how the sixth inning turned on him, but I thought he threw the ball much better than the final line went.
All right, that was Clayton McCullough. After this one, again, an 8-6 loss for the Marlins at the hands of the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta here at Truist Park. Yuri Perez got the ball today. He allowed back-to-back homers in the first, but then after that settled in, he was beautiful. Innings 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ran into some trouble in the sixth, and Drake Baldwin got him for a 3-run shot. So the final line on Yuri, 5 1/3, 5 runs. Let's hear from Yuri Perez after his start, translated by Louis Durante.
Yuri, seems like you settled in after the first inning, and you have the sixth. How do you describe how tonight went for you?
Sí, te calmaste un poquito ahí después de lo que fueron los primeros innings. Después del sexto inning, lo que tuviste la situación ahí, ¿cómo pudiste calmarte después de eso?
¿Cómo pude calmarme de qué?
Después del sexto inning.
How do you describe just tonight, how tonight went?
Sí, ¿cómo puedes reescribir lo que pasó el día de hoy? ¿Cómo te fue?
Bueno, el primer inning no fue tan bueno. Los muchachos ya me conocen bastante, estaban haciendo mucho swing, pero traté de manejarme un poquito más después del primer inning y ser más constante en la zona de atrás y trabajarle un poquito más. Después de ese inning, el último inning, el umpire no me ayudó con ese picheo y las cosas salieron un poquito mal después.
Yeah, beginning they were very aggressive, very swinging. The guys know me. After that, I was able to, get my command, get some pitches there, get some innings. On the sixth inning, I believe, there was a couple calls that the umpire didn't help me with there. And then after that, things got out of hand.
From your rookie year to now, how have you evolved in kind of changing and understanding adjustments second, third time around?
Sí, desde tu momento como rookie hasta ahora, ¿qué has aprendido, no? De cómo hacer esos ajustes la segunda o tercera vez que viene a lanzarle a los bateadores.
No, tratar de después de que pasan las cosas, tomarlo un poco con calma y ver dónde fue que fallé el picheo y hacer un ajuste ahí mismo.
Yeah, just review it, take things with calm, and just make the adjustment and just go back again.
Your four-seam fastball has been so good this year. We had 0 whiffs tonight. Why do you think that's the case?
Sí, tu recta ha sido muy bien todo el día. El día de hoy tuvieron 0% en whiff. ¿Por qué crees tú que fue el caso?
Pues lo que te dije, ya es un equipo que me enfrento mucho. Me conocen y están haciendo swing. Estaban preparados para mí hoy.
Yeah, like I told you, this is a team that I face a lot. So they were truly prepared for me tonight.
All right, that was Yuri Perez after his start today. Again, 5 1/3, 5 runs for Yuri against the Atlanta Braves. We will step aside. We'll get Steven's thoughts and say see you when we come back. 10th inning show concludes next on the Marlins Radio Network. And gone, and the 3-1 pitch. Augustine cranks out to left and deep. He didn't miss a stitch of it. Solo blast for Augustine, number 16 on the year. He got 98 over the heart of the plate and 112 on the way out.
All right, here's the 1-2. I got a question for you guys. That's Rip, left center field and deep. Grisham going back. It's going. It's gone. Goodbye. Agustin Ramirez has hit his second home run of the game in as many at-bats against his former organization, the Yankees. 2 solo shots. Have the Marlins up 2-0.
Why do these wins feel a little bit different against this team in front of this crowd?
I think it's just the atmosphere, for sure. Fans are making it feel like they're really special games, and I mean, we're playing good teams. These are the wins you need to get if you want to be one of those really good teams, and we feel like we are.
We saw 25 runs total yesterday between these two teams. You caught a shutout tonight. What separates Yuri from the rest?
I mean, I think he's just scratching the surface of what he could do. I think if you ask him, he didn't have his best stuff tonight, and that's just like a testament to how good his stuff is. I mean, he's going to compete like no other, and he's going to battle with what he's got, and I mean, he's got some crazy gifts.
What happened with the pitch comm? I saw you guys going back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know. He couldn't hear it. It wasn't working. It was only working every few pitches, so we had to figure that out. We were going to have to go old school if we couldn't figure it out.
How do you assess where this team is at right now?
I think we're just taking it day by day. I think everyone in that clubhouse knows how good we can be, and I don't think we're putting too much pressure on ourselves. I think we're literally taking it day by day, just preparing for that day and doing whatever we can.
Number 174475.
All right, 10th inning show is wrapping up here on the Marlins Radio Network. As I get situated in the StreamYard again, we are good to go. Jack McMullen, Steven Strom. 8-6, the loss for the Fish at the hands of the Braves. Steven, where you want to go?
Yeah, Clayton said it, I thought, in his post-game media availability that, if they want to be a great team, nights like tonight can't happen. Like, you can stomach the loss, but tonight's tough just because, like, you have the weird Otto Lopez air tonight. Did they call that an air, Jack, by the way, or no? Did they call that a hit?
Single, but the run scored on an air.
Okay, so there was just a couple of things, uncharacteristic things that you don't think about, right? When you take care of them, when you play clean baseball, no one talks about it after the win. That's not the first thing. You lead with the home run, the RBIs. You don't recap how clean the game was from a defensive standpoint. Tonight, I thought, maybe the Marlins got a little bit too comfortable in this game. They were up 6-2. They were in complete control. And this is a good learning lesson, man. I don't care what the Braves record is. This is still a really good team on paper. And with that back end of the bullpen, by the way, you're looking at some of the numbers. Dylan Lee, 3 ERA. Pierce Johnson, a 2 ERA. They got a good team. So I think this is a good learning lesson for the Marlins tonight, that they are a good team, but they still need to play clean baseball every night if they want to win games, especially as we kind of push towards the end here. You're at that 500 mark. This would have been a good win to get back to 500. Now you go back to 2. So, good to have Edward Cabrera tomorrow. But I think all in all, we're all in agreement here that, tonight just got a little bit, maybe a little loosey-goosey, and, it led to a loss tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately a loss for the Fish at the hands of the Atlanta Braves. But as Steven mentioned, Cabby right back on the hill tomorrow at 7:15. He opposes Atlanta right-hander Bryce Elder. Cabby and Elder, 7:15. Steven hits the air with Marlins on deck at 6:30. For Steven, for Gabby, I'm Jack. Huge thank you to Ahmed Jordan in studio at the flagship Fox Sports 940. We will talk to you tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Miami Marlins baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.